Okay. So we're waiting for our Marines to get here. We want to knock Japan out of the conflict so we can focus on the Soviet threat. Do I have more Marines that need to ship out? Oh yeah, they're on their way to LA. And in terms of our main army, I guess I was going to wait for tanks, but I think I'm just going to create a new battle group under Patton. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Suggestion not to use any mechanized units
11,
in war with USSR.
12, 13, 14.
I don't envision us
15,
invading
16,
the USSR.
17. Oh, we will. Eventually.
Really?
18.
See, that just never goes well.
19, 20.
Yeah, I think we'd probably be better off
21.
nuking them.
22. Well, we need to send some forces in for cleanup. 23, 24. Alright, so this is going to be Patton's army. We're going to actually assign him to the Pacific Theater. And we're going to send his units to LA so they can ship out. Strategic redeployment. Okay, this is turning into an interesting war. The Siamese have troops on the border here. Let's just do a prodding action to see what we're dealing with. Yeah, it's nothing too powerful. Alright. I guess we could push for Beijing too once Patton's guys get here. I think that's what I'll do. I'll try to hold Nagasaki with our Marine divisions, and then I'll use Patton's guys to push out into China. China.
Well, the rest of the nations of the world occupy the Soviets.
Yeah.
While the rest of the planet Earth...
As long as they don't bring the fight to us for a good while here, I will be perfectly happy. How's our Alaskan garrison going? Alright, they're spreading out. North Carolina class and the Tamber class submarines. Gonna go ahead and upgrade that to the Virginia, and we're gonna... Oh, we might be able to get some stuff we were ahead of time on. Bomb is still 0.29 years ahead, which for the atomic bomb is a lot. I mean, it costs so much research that you really want to wait until it's no longer ahead of time.
Did any of you guys watch that show Manhattan?
I don't believe that I did. We'll start researching artillery
It's network television, so the writing is kind of up and down, but it was actually really fascinating. It's about the scientists who were on the Manhattan Project.
I have read several Oppenheimer biographies.
I actually do think we might end up using using artillery against the Soviets. Their manpower is so great that we need to increase our soft attack as much as possible.
Well, that's accurate.
Yes, it is.
Well, they've been doing a good job of expanding that influence through their independent wars. Well, this has been going on.
Yeah.
They've expanded some.
Alright, I think these are our last Marine divisions that need to be deployed before we can... Yes! We'll join whatever wars you want. Just stop asking us about it. Can I, like, go to the UK and do manually join war, and maybe that'll stop them from constantly bugging us? No. By the way, UK is 26% communist right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I think they're being a little unkind to the Labour Party. They're not exactly communists.
They're really not.
No,
Like,
they
not
really
even
aren't.
a little bit.
No.
People like to conflate socialism and communism.
Although I don't know about the UK Labour Party in the 40s at all. I haven't studied British politics of the era
Yeah, I
in
don't
depth.
necessarily know British political history that well either.
All right, so need to select all of these Marines once they get to LA and ship them off to Korea.
Who's the leader of the UK right now? You're being asked.
I'll check. It's not Churchill. I rarely see Churchill get elected for whatever weird reason. All right.
Clement Attlee, maybe.
Yeah, they have several options of who can.
Well, Clement
lead
Attlee led Labour Party after World War II. He's actually considered by many to be one of the best PMs in history.
Graham Brown,
Okay.
actually. I don't know if we can see which party he's from. Convoy, aircraft.
Harry Potter is the current leader of the UK.
Harry Potter.
Conservative Party.
Hmm.
Harry Potter.
And Queen Victoria is just still.
Someone should make a mod where Harry Potter can be Prime Minister of Britain. I'd play that. I'd play that mod. Yeah, and I'm hoping that the Soviets aren't going to try to
Expecto
like.
Patronum, folks.
Scarier in Steam chat says, "Now I bought the game and not the cheapest version either for FFS." For freaking solidarity, I think is what he meant by that. It's so weird having to censor myself again. I feel like I'm back in the broadcast room in college. Why is Hodges...
I think the best we can do is just make it fun.
Yeah.
Well,
Because it is absurd.
If anything, I'll be cutting the videos so I can
Yeah.
edit it out.
So, about your Labour Party question, apparently there was some substantial overlap, actually, between the Labour Party and
Okay.
the Communist Party in Great Britain.
That actually doesn't surprise me too terribly
The
much.
Communist
Yeah.
Party was never huge,
Yeah.
but there was...
I would have assumed that in the 40s, the far left parties would have been more far left.
1945, they
Yeah.
had a membership of 60,000.
Wow.
So,
Not
I mean,
large,
that's
but not small.
yeah.
Let's develop our infrastructure in Taiwan and Korea.
Interesting. I mean, that's the Labour Party that Clement Attlee led. I mean, and he occupies a pretty high esteem historically, I think.
Yeah.
They did a lot of work with like the National Guild leagues and all of that. So I think it was obviously like a different tone than the Communist Party in like China or Russia, but
I think we're good
Well,
on
I suppose
air
that's
bases.
an important thing to emphasize. Is each nation, the globe wasn't monochromatic with its politics
Yeah.
in this era. Every nation had some unique challenges.
Dude, it's been a huge step that we've been ignoring naval doctrine, because, man, our carrier is getting so much more powerful now. Denmark has capitulated, finally, in 1944. I think they capitulated in 41, historically. So Germany is winning on the Scandinavian front. And actually, they're winning on the Ost front, too. They lost a lot of the territory outside Warsaw, and they've now retaken it. Although Sweden has also occupied Danzig, so take that as you will. France is pushing up through the Pyrenees. Finland is pretty much gone.
Yeah,
Which-
they got rolled.
The Second Winter War did not go as well as the first. Japan's trying to attack our Marines, not really working out for them. And I think Patton is about ready to ship out. Still waiting on a couple stragglers.
France, Spain.
give France a break. They've had a rough go of it.
Yeah, they actually held out a lot longer than historically in this game.
Yep. Historically, they got destroyed, and in this game, they made, actually, I would say, a decent go of a bad situation.
Yeah.
France didn't have to deal with a two-front conflict, and
No. Towed anti-tank. I feel like we're just gonna use tank destroyers. I don't really feel like we need that. I'm wondering if maybe we should build some anti-air variants too. What else is no longer ahead of time? We've got all of our like level 3 ships. I guess Yeah, let's go ahead and start upgrading to the next level of all of our naval things. Carrier 4, convoys, light cruisers 3, Cleveland class. Yeah, that's okay. Submarines level 3, we got the Tambor class. Light cruiser. Oh, I'm building 2 lines of light cruisers? Why would I do that? Why you do this? We're getting to the point that we might need to start trading for rubber. Let's just do it. We have so many factories. Jeez, like, it's not gonna hurt. Okay, Patton, ready to ship out? Still waiting on a couple of these guys. Or Mountaineer divisions.
Los Angeles has become this massive military hub.
Yeah. I guess we could have shipped out
We
from
had
San
we
Francisco.
had a
But...
lot of ports in Los Angeles in World War II.
Oh yeah, it's always
Like,
been a big
the whole
naval.
Pacific coast was actually a pretty big deal for the Navy.
Yep.
Yep.
And LA was one of the biggest ports. It was LA and San Francisco, and then like Seattle.
My grandma used to volunteer and watch the radar along the Pacific coast in the
Yeah.
Santa Cruz Mountains.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Denmark has capitulated, but Iceland and Greenland are still controlled by the Danish government in exile. So we don't have to worry about any Virginia Beach invasions from the Germans at this point. All right, shipping Patton and his boys out to Pusan. Eight guys should be enough to hold this front, I think. So the rest of my Marines I'll dedicate to establishing another foothold in Japan proper. Actually, we could probably hold this front with 6.
Probably.
Unless they start sending tanks, I'm not worried. So you, and you, I want to assign to this order. You guys, I want to assign to a different order. I'll actually create a dummy garrison order for now. Just any other standing orders? Okay. Whoops. I guess I need to create 2 different divisions if I'm going to do that. Okay, there we go. That fixed it anyway. Yes, I want to join your war. Need to be building more military factories. Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky. Good old Jack Daniels. We're getting to the point that we're saturating our interior. We're going to have to start building factories on the coasts, which is where we're more vulnerable. I wonder if I should create...
Still got that fantastic geographic advantage of being an ocean away from most folks.
Yep. Gonna leave 1 group in the training division, just so they will continue... Oh, that's Hodge's army. Never mind. I was gonna say, wow, those guys all trained up really fast.
Please show us atomic bombs. We're working on it.
We're working on it. It's probably gonna be another 2 years or so before we can start nuking. But we're at war with the Japanese and the Soviets, so it's gonna happen.
It's gonna need to happen.
It's gonna need to happen. We don't want to... I don't think we even will have enough manpower in the long run to take all of that territory by land. We're already in the war, guys. Jeez. Okay. Build me more tank destroyers. And more mechanized. And probably running a deficit on steel now. Tungsten and steel. Luckily, we're freaking rich.
Japanese love atomic bombs.
That's kind of a mean thing to say.
It is.
It
is.
Oh, Mexico has tungsten. Yeah, give us all your tungsten. This one weird scientist figured out how to split the atom. The Axis hates him.
If BuzzFeed existed.
Yep.
There's probably a slew of headlines like that
Yep.
you could do.
Yep.
What would happen if you say no to Britain about joining the war? You think?
It's just a bug. I'm already in the war anyway, so saying no wouldn't do anything. They're just asking me to join a war that I'm already part of because it hasn't. It's supposed to merge the Soviet-Iraqi war with the. And it's supposed to merge all of these wars together basically, and it hasn't for some reason. And so they're asking me to join a war that I'm technically already part of. Man, we're running out of focuses. I guess we'll go down War Plan White, embargo the USSR. Might as well. All right, Patch. Boys are almost ready to go.
I think that Jack Daniels is not a military equipment. Some would dispute that.
Yeah.
Some would dispute that.
I think every soldier should have
Jack Daniels is an essential part of any
Jack
anything
Daniels.
I think
Straight
during World
Tennessee
War II,
bourbon.
People actually
They did,
that
yeah,
was part-
they-
it was
yeah.
bubblegum, cigarettes, and alcohol.
Yeah,
was
soldiers
part
were
of
allowed
their
to drink
MREs.
during World War II.
Well, no, it was provided.
Yeah.
Like it was in their kits.
Unfulfilled import requests. I'm not getting full supply of rubber from the UK because of the U-boats, so we might need to build a destroyer flotilla to go head out to the Atlantic and make sure that the spice must flow. Campaign of Douglas MacArthur to challenge Roosevelt's record-length presidency. I almost said pregnancy.
I mean, if
We're
you're
all
pregnant,
very
that would be a
tired.
very
We're
rare-
very tired.
The Republicans have looked to respected military commanders, hoping to find a potential candidate to take America through the war. General Douglas MacArthur has been a popular nominee among conservatives, but he is also an indispensable asset in the ongoing conflict and has been reluctant to spend his time campaigning for the presidency. He nevertheless remains one of the more promising conservative candidates and can perhaps be convinced to campaign to avoid getting a moderate Republican president. Is it worth the sacrifice? So we can say he's more needed on the front lines. We get Roosevelt versus Dewey, or we need him to challenge Roosevelt and we get Roosevelt versus MacArthur. I think we need him on the front lines.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, why do we
A
not
level,
have
a skill
Roosevelt?
5 general.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna probably try to keep Roosevelt in power anyway because I like his bonuses better. But
until he dies.
yeah, until he dies. So.
Now that's I don't know if you know the answer to this question, but does the game go historical with that? Because his health should be largely failing him.
I
right
have
about
not
now.
actually played the U.S. further than where we are right now. So
Interesting.
We'll find out. Massed strikes, man, these carrier texts or these carrier doctrines are amazing. I really wish I had gotten them earlier. All right, so this is going to take a while to plan because there are 18 divisions involved. But we're just going to go straight for. Yeah, let's land here, and then we'll pinster out and go for Kokura and Nagasaki simultaneously. It's going to take 63 days to plan the invasion.
How's our nuclear progress, out of curiosity?
It's November 44, so January 45 we'll immediately start researching the bomb. And we just got B-17s, speaking of nukes. And let's go ahead and try to get the super fortress, too, because why not? I'm actually going to build a few of those. I'll take a little bit of production out of these two lines so we can start building.
Sometimes,
I'm gonna wait till we
apparently
get
sometimes
super
he dies and sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll wait till we can start building super fortresses. Yeah, our rubber imports are just going to be all over the place because sometimes we'll be able to get the full supply from Britain and sometimes we won't. Is there another port? Yeah, Seoul and Pyongyang both do not have ports. That's kind of annoying.
Really?
Also, kind of weird.
Well, they don't have ports we can launch an invasion from.
Oh, right on.
I'm sure
okay.
they have civilian ports, but they don't have military ports.
Right on. Okay, that makes
By
sense.
the game's definition of
That
it.
makes a little more sense.
Yeah, I was like, how? How is that a thing?
It's really helping that our carrier group is keeping the home islands on lockdown. Gotta say.
Lockdown. No one will get that joke. I don't know why. Like, that is... No one will get that
This
joke.
room is on. I got it.
Yeah, well, you should, but no one else will.
Let's see if we can do some trade with North America. Like, is there anyone we don't have to go
It's a good
overseas
joke.
for? Canada, yeah, send us... Okay, they're already sending us as much steel as they
Torn
can.
Sales Cocktail. There you go.
Australia, maybe? Yeah, let's trade a factory to them for some steel, and then what else is it? Rubber and tungsten that we keep getting. Yeah, let's see. Mexico's already... Just send us all of your tungsten. As a backup plan, let's trade some with Australia. And then we have plenty of factories to spare, so I'm not worried at all. Philippines doesn't have very much rubber. Brazil, send us as much rubber as you can. Alright.
Rubber.
That should basically keep us from running into shortages. We're trading away more civilian factories than we need to, but we have so much production, just so ridiculously much production that it's not going to matter.
Yeah, I would say our version of the U.S. is more or less fully mobilized for...
Yeah. Slovakia has capitulated. I didn't even know
To
they were
who?
still a thing. To the Axis. I didn't even know Slovakia still existed at this point, so... In a way, good for them. Sweden and Norway are still holding strong. Oh, well, except here come the Soviets.